Hey folks, this is the Wargame Fight Club series hosted on our Discord server on Red Star Vanguard. With me today is my co-host, Soviet Waver. For those of you that do not know, this uses the microdeck format as can be found on the Steam guide page in the link below in the description. And if you want to join our Discord server, you can visit us at rsvg.org and follow the link to our Discord server. So, Soviet Waiver, let's begin assessing this match.
Looking forward to it, Red.
Awesome. Let's take a quick peek. We'll start over in Alpha. We got Gotstam over here with some T72Ms, Weisong Chongs, 992 Spags. I believe this is a North Korean mechanized deck. If I take a look at the Korshen, it is hardened, so it's most likely. And then we have Kagernot, who is pulling Airborne, I believe. Czechoslovakian Airborne. Strict check. Gotta get that availability bonus in. Let's see, and then now over by India, we have Comrade, who is pulling what I believe is Eastern Bloc Motorized. As can be hinted by the capacity of carrying of the SPW-80 and the OT-64C, the Pram-S. Strong hints of that Eastern Bloc there. And and then lastly we have FAP2832A, or as we will refer to him tonight as Z, which is what he's been known as since 2010. So he's pulling what I believe is... Oh, I guess he has a lot of anti-tank vehicles there. I'm just awfully surprised. I'm gonna go on a limb and say he's pulling Eastern Bloc mechanized, as might be hinted. Yep, as is hinted by the BMP-1C having veterancy at hardened. So unless he upvetted these, it's most likely Eastern Bloc mechanized. So with that said, I think we are about ready, eh?
Yeah, I mean, it's a little interesting to see these setups here. I'm seeing an awful lot of anti-air, and it looks like there's really only one player running a lot of heavy air. So it'll be interesting to see where all this goes.
Yeah, for sure. Gosh. All right, let's get this started. 3,
All right.
2, 1, play. All right. And they're off.
Looks like Kager's having a bit of a slow start here, manually controlling all of his helicopters.
Yeah, something I recommend for a helicopters player to do is that they move all their helicopters to one location, and then as they're already in flight and to get that momentum going, then move them again to where you want them to go.
Yeah, that's pretty standard practice for airborne. Looks like Kager is doing some
Preemptive
napalm bombing of us crossroads.
This is indicative of, the. I guess it would be, if it was like a motorized approach on that, that would probably put a little bit of a stick in that. But because Z is going mechanized, it's not really much of a problem. Oh, Mi-25 just took out a transport. LSTR getting hit with the rocket pod.
Oh. Looks like the light infantry are getting stuck in there. Going to pop some transports.
Yep, looks like we got Juliet over here having a rough time. A lot of Formosas, LSTR. Yep, we got like a special forces rush of recon infantry coming in.
Yeah, it looks like the LSTR are cleaning out those Mi-25s finally. They did cost them a lot of missiles.
Yeah, it did. That it did. Bitskari and Neko Patigota coming in.
That looks like there's On the other side of that mountain, there's another smaller engagement. 2 light infantry units and a helicopter. And Pramasses are mortaring those infantry.
That they are. These promises are going to be pretty notable throughout the fight, I think. Let's see here. A lot of more infantry.
Napalm bomber incoming.
Oh, let's see how this goes.
Oh!
Special Agent Naki toasted. Entire squad wiped.
And slows down the other squad, and it looks like the LSTR took a bit of a hit too, but they're going to probably make it out.
Those LCR cooked.
I mean, they're out of the fire and into the frying pan, I guess.
Yeah. As the LSTR getting cooked. Check the other side of the map real quick. So we have Z kind of crouching in over here. He's got the Svatava, but isn't able to spot too much, I don't think. So they actually
looking pretty quiet.
They do spot a few things, but looks like Gotts is using the Korshuns against the Svatava.
And there's a Fajat firing some missiles as well. And that missile goes to space.
Oh my gosh.
Oh! So many watermelons!
Flying watermelons! Oh my god! Alright, back to the other side of the map. Let's go back to the neutral view. Alright, so Comrade is pushing more infantry, and he's finally got Kager pushed out.
But it cost a lot of special forces. That was a rough battle. I'm not sure it was worth it.
Yeah, that's a lot of special forces that were knocked out pretty quickly and pretty badly damaged for those that did survive. We got some new infantry in. Will it be enough?
Maybe it will be. I mean, it's quite possible that they're not. Oh, here comes a napalm bomber. Kager's coming in again.
LCR fired a missile at the Mi-25. It doesn't have more to follow. Mate 29 is gonna make it out.
And vaporized another squad of infantry. Holy cow.
Oh. I think I might have missed it. They got cooked so fast. But, yeah, it's just more damage dealt, and the LCR hanging out just on the north side of Foxtrot is completely out of ammo for the missile. There's a new SC back here that has its radar off. So it's not going to be firing off at any helicopters.
Looks like Comrade setting up an LSTR position on the top of the mountain.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Fucking, by Charlie. This is Korshan right next to some BMP-1s. Just like on the other side of the on the other side of a hill. They don't even know that they're there.
Oh man, those potatoes could do some work.
Oh, LCR nabbed a Mi-4.
Oh, SWAT.
But I think that's what I think it's intended to.
Yeah, I think he's trying to bait out those LSTR missiles.
Yeah.
So that his Mi-25 can land.
Yeah, it's a valid strategy because LCR will only have those 4 missiles, you know.
Yeah.
And there it is. Now the LCR are again out of missiles.
And he did lose a hind, but 2 are still available to fight.
Yeah. LCR coming around like here, Bernie Sanders saying, "I am once again asking you for supplies." Fuck.
It's going to be really hard to get them because they're up on that mountain there. So.
Yeah.
Well,
and
it looks like Kager's chasing him down with some infantry, and LSTR are good, but
they're not good. But they don't have
not good.
Shock infantry with LMG will clean FGB or LSTR pretty well. Sparo Coronizzer maybe might do some work though.
Looks like Z is bringing in 2 platoons of infantry into Echo, so maybe he's building up for something there. And on the other side in Fox, there's a bunch of MI4s about to fly in.
Spadocon there, getting attrited. But then the Special Army Jagnaki also come in right after. And the mortar fire.
Looks like they're going to survive.
Yeah.
Nope. MiG-23ML looks like it's trying to dumpster dive some helicopters. And there goes one. And it's coming around.
Oh, and this is the Czech MiG-23ML. Interesting, because Kager also has the Czech MiG-23ML. It must be a civil war in Czechoslovakia.
And he chases him off, but not without swatting a helicopter down.
Yeah. Oh, looks like those Korshens finally started moving over the hill in Charlie. Machutson just toasted them up.
I mean, BMP1 for BMP1, relatively even trade, but I'm pretty sure Z's looking pretty happy because that Spag is now safe.
Yeah. That Tunguska is...
Tunguska too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Potato gun has no chance. Machutson toasted. Meanwhile, back over here by Juliet, we have Lakota Pakota doing its thing. Let's see.
By doing its thing, I guess we mean dying, because those Spado just ripped them to shreds.
Yeah, that thing is dying. So we see the infantry now being dropped off in the town next to Foxtrot.
It's an interesting choice. Are they trying to defend that position or mount up for an attack? I just don't know.
Why not both?
Fair enough. 'Cause it looks like if things keep going the way they're going, Kager and Gotts are in the lead, so maybe they just want to coast and have blue team come at them.
Yeah. You want to see the offensive rest with Z and Conrad for sure.
Oh, Gotts is rolling up some potatoes to snipe down a Snezka. And it's out of here.
We see a T-55 Recon going towards that Tunguska over by Charlie.
Let's see if the moto shoots and can protect it.
What will happen first? Nothing. Nothing happens.
Oh, I love jungle fighting sometimes.
Because there's a hill. Let's see now. We have some mortar fire coming in from the Pram S's, trying to hit these Lakota Pakotas. Pater conquers, takes out,
and
trying to identify.
Snipes Iglobus.
Snipes an Iglobus. Actually, yeah, it is the Iglobus. Huh. Quad stack of BMP-1s coming out, along with a triple stack up platoon, and T-72 S1. Band tank Fajats doing their thing in Bravo. And Kager's coming in with the napalm bomber, thermal make.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
That's
They're sitting right there. Oh. Oh.
Ooh, yeah, those Washington
The infantry managed to squeak by, but oof. They're gonna cook in there.
T-72 S1 is also panicked.
And now it's just a sit and duck for all those Fajats.
Also, because the BMP-1s keep dying, they're all panicked. So those anti-tank missiles are almost worthless. But despite being panicked, they actually managed to land a hit. T-72S comes in and takes out the other T-72M. Bantank Fajat's got one more missile left. Korshens firing their potato gun. What a desperate time.
And they on the other side, I just noticed the Tunguska just got nailed, so.
Oh yeah! Finally. But Chongsu, yeah, there was Monsters in 90 there. They're dead now. Z's over here just pushing across the open field with shock infantry without smoke. Oh,
No smoke, minimal vehicle cover.
no recon to counterfire, return fire.
Oof. I mean,
That's
if
rough.
they can make it in, they'll probably mulch them, but that's a big if.
Interesting show.
Especially seeing as there's a... Oof. Another Tunguska down. Damn.
Interesting
It looks
showdown
like,
between the Wilk and the Chumaho 5 in the middle. Looks like the Wilk's going to get the upper hand, though.
Yeah, especially if that Mi-25 just refuses to land a hit with its missiles. Oh, Sidus. Oh, took a side shot. Oof.
That's going to return its armor. Killed, side-shotted by the Korshan! Side-shotted by the Korshans! With the potato launcher! Oh my god!
The potatoes are doing some serious work today.
Pasalny
Looks like
Jetnaki gonna clean out those Korshans now?
I mean that's that's a fair point, but you know, it sucks that you gotta lose a T-72 to do it. That's just painful.
Yeah. LSTR back in Juliet are now out of air-to-air missiles.
Again.
Actually, I don't know if it is out of missiles again or still out of missiles. But we do see a Kolos coming up.
Looks like we're having the slap fight of the lightly armed helicopters over here.
Kager's gonna drop some bombs.
Oh, let's see.
And the Formosa
And
are starting to get cooked.
Oh, and they're gone.
They're making it out.
Oh, one guy.
One man left in the squad, barely making it out. Holy shit. So we have...
I think it was... Yep.
back over by Charlie, we have a bunch of vehicles coming in now.
Oh, yeah. Looks like there's a big push coming in. Some Prem S's, a Svetava, and some BMP-1s. And they are actually beating up those T-72s.
Yeah. I won't lie, I'm genuinely confused about the choice of the Pram S to use it in close quarters like this. Like, yeah, sure, it has a decent, like, 5 HE gun with a 120mm, but, like, same time...
You don't fight tanks with it. That's it.
He's not point blank. Korshans come up and use the potato launchers against the oh, what the hell is it? Oh, BMP Svatava, and it's dead. Let's see. P2M pops that.
And then we got some Willix coming in.
Yep, M2 Wilkes 120 pointer tanks. Oh, the Jiangsu get a side shot.
Oh, 120 point tank down.
Oh, shit.
You hate to see it.
Now, this is a good use of the Pram S where they're firing an infantry like this with their main gun.
Yeah, I mean, if they had been covering for the Wilkes, it probably would have gone a lot better. And it looks like they're cleaning up the house.
I would have really liked to see the Wilkes that would just climbed up on top of the plateau instead. But, you know,
Yeah.
It happens. Let's see what else is going on over here by Julia.
Looks like the fighting is mostly calmed down over here. Another wave of Lake Pagoda have been seen off, but it looks like Kager's not done yet because he's bringing in another wave. And they're all in Heinz. Looks like the Plateau and Charlie, a lot of reinforcements are coming into that, so it might get a bit more spicy again. And T-55 Recon is sniping prayer messes.
Oh!
Oh!
T-55 Recon doing work over there. Oh, what the hell? Oh, please tell me. Mother God, tell me. This T-72S.
Look, it's spooked. It's spooked.
Oh, deletes the infantry.
Oh. Oh, and he keeps going. All right. Oh, he got in. He got in.
He got in. Chomaho 5 right there. Okay, so there's like a lot of reinforcements pouring in now from Alpha. Looks like Gods is shifting a lot of his focus into Charlie now. Trying to cap off whatever shit Z is trying to do. Looking back at center, we see a BTR-40 get toasted by the Troskomnichi. And we see the Kager unloading his infantry. Mostly Lakota Pakotas. Alright, back to it.
Oh, Wilk is slapping down some portions, but it looks like the Chonmaho 5s are in a pretty nasty position for them. See if the T-55 Recon comes in and snipes in the back.
Oh, T-55 Recon!
Oh, he's taking side shots. He's taking side shots.
Oh, what the hell is this?
Jungle fighting with tank heavy decks. That's what this is. We got a KPZ T-72 in a good position, but it's going to get whittled down by those IFVs and sniped off by the Chonmaho 5.
Yeah, point blank against Chonmaho 5. Yeah, it's going to be rough. Just basically took a 30 AP round to the face with that close range.
Well, there's another Chonmaho 5 versus T-72 fight incoming. Oh, pretty sure the Chonmaho 5 is going to get the worst of this time, but you never know. Oh,
that's good.
And then there's another single KPZ 72S coming up again.
Holy hell, Z. Holy hell.
He's just throwing all of these expensive tanks up one at a time. It's an interesting strategy. Let's see if it pays off.
Is this... Is this an armor deck? What the hell? That's gotta be an armor deck, because that's a pretty high-vetted tank, actually.
Takes a side shot from a Chonmaho 5. But I don't see this one winning, yeah.
Nope.
Oh.
Unsupported tanks. So sad, dude.
Unsupported single tanks. Just, oof.
Alright, back to center now. Blue's got Snezka firing on an MI-25.
And that MI-25 is seemingly just sitting there and taking it.
Yeah, they can't see shit.
Maybe Kager's paying attention to something else.
Yeah, Kager can't see it for shit.
It's doing a little dance, and now it's down.
So what we were looking for is Kager pushing into Juliet again with Lakota Pakotas.
It looks like they're doing a good job so far, but they're in the open now, so...
OT-64Cs instantly deleted by the recoilless rifles. Unfortunately...
And now the infantry is at the skirmishing.
Yeah.
And here comes the rockets.
LCR comes in. And the Sneskas shoot down the helicopter.
And the infantry are now static, which means they're probably going to get clapped by those mortars soon.
Kager using a pretty good approach here with the Mi-25s now. Kind of keeping them spaced out decently. Thermal MiG coming in.
Keeps them protected.
Thermal MiG coming in!
Oh no. Oof, one squad down and the others are cooking.
Yeah, that's 2 squads of Special Forces recon killed. Holy shit. That's basically half the card, or a third of it.
Oh. Z's had enough. He's gonna put those Tunguskas to good use.
Oh, yep. Z getting some good use out of these now, finally? Yeah, if it would have been Z up against Kager in this lane, it might have gone better for them. But rough matchup for Comrade to be dealing with this much weight in helicopters.
Yeah. And there's still more coming in.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude.
I think he's about to do a meme wave.
Holy shit. Disgusting.
There's just a line of death. Oh, here comes the Thermal MiG again.
Dead.
I don't think it's going to get out this time. Getting slapped by that Nua.
But it got the Tunguska.
Wow.
Let's go
Which
to...
means that those Mi-25s are coming in.
Yep.
MiG-23 MLs are coming to bully those helicopters. It looks like one got stunned. They're coming back around. Oh, there's another MiG-23 ML coming in saying, nope, you don't get to bully our helicopters. And, oh, down the blue one.
Oh. And that's also downed. Plane trades happening all day.
Tunguska rolling in, trying to rip those Hinds to shreds.
Ah.
But we'll see whether the AI on that vehicle wants to prioritize that or the Proskamishi. And it looks like it wants to rip those infantry a new one.
Tunguska takes a hit from the Lakota Pakota. But
down to half, but those Lekos are almost dead. Let's see if they can get another shot off.
They miss.
They do, but they miss.
And, ooh, executed by anti-aircraft gun. So sad.
Who would have guessed that 30mm autocannons firing at an insane rate of fire is bad for infantrymen?
But it looks like the infantry have kept the Tunguska preoccupied enough with the helicopters just to do their thing and kill things that are on the ground. Mi-17 flying over Charlie. Looks like Comrade has spotted the command that Gotts has.
That is an interesting tactic. Are they trying to do a CV snipe?
They may be. At least they know where to go. But
here comes some Syrias.
Yeah. Syria's flying in.
They did some damage to a helicopter, I think.
Yeah. Their missiles are not that impressive for air-to-air. I think they do like 3 AG damage. So we see Mi-17 flying around with 1 HP behind Bravo. Gotts is putting out a Spag.
He's had enough.
The Spag is moving in to try to intercept it. And gets it. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of Snezkas from Comrade over by Juliet.
He really is sneezing them out.
Sneezka. Am I? The Seria 30 is coming in again.
I'm surprised there's no MiG-23 response.
There's-
Sarias are pretty nasty targets. Oh, here they are.
And they nab it.
Nab one. The other is out of here.
The other one makes it out. Interesting.
Two Snezkas down.
Looks like Gotsam and Z have the same idea of putting a recon over by Charlie and with a single anti-air unit to stave off any flanking attacks.
Not a bad strategy.
No, not at all. I'm not sure how I feel about the newer SC, but it is a strong anti-air unit for sure. And actually would outrange a lot of these Mi-25s. But unless Z and Comrade start combining the Tunguska with the Nuas, it might be a rough time for them.
Oh, looks like we got a Thermomig coming in.
Yep.
It's going to take a hit to the face, and it's probably not going to get out of here.
And the Nuas take it out.
Oof. Sometimes you got a heavy salmon to do some work for you.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like we got some going on the right flank.
Gots pushed the Svantava.
Recon.
I think Gots pushed the T-55 Recon and took out an anti-air.
Yeah, looks like another Tunguska down.
Oh man.
Hate to see it. Tunguskas are valuable assets, and you just don't want to see them getting murked by 25-point recon tanks. Looks like the Mi-25 rush is going to be sweeping around Juliet. Looks like they're looking to clean up shop here. Still, they're a little close for comfort, especially when you know you've got Niwas looking around. Looks like they're engaging the Snezka. And the Prozkomichi finish it off. But they do force one to retreat and get shot down by other Snezkas. I mean...
No recon for the lesson here is that the Mi-25s need recon. Like recon helicopters.
And Prozkomichi do not move quickly as fast as a helicopter.
Yeah. Looks like Gats is sending in some Weisong Chungs. I'm not sure how I feel about that. These are kind of like an anti-air transport. They do have a heavy machine gun, but it's kind of limited in what it can do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is an Igla bus. It carries Iglas. And I haven't seen a lot of blue helicopters, so I guess it's just a bus.
Really expensive bus. I guess the idea was that because Seria 30s and stuff were flying over here, maybe moving some anti-air in there would have been an idea? I don't know.
Looks like the Prozkomichi are zoning out the Snezkas. And maybe they're trying to bait into the open for the Mi-25s, but it looks like there's a bit of a retreat going on in Juliet.
I see a LSTR taking on these Mi-25s.
And getting blown to pieces.
Sarah 30 coming in to do what? Shoot a
Try
Iglobus.
and bully a helicopter, I think. Again, not the best use of the Saria. It's really a tank buster, but sometimes you just got to use anything that can shoot.
Yeah, yeah.
And it looks like the blue team is now pulling out of Juliet. Yeah, that means they're going to have to find their points elsewhere.
Yeah, Kager and Guts now finally have a lead. I'm not seeing much more being pulled in from Comrade. I wonder how he's doing on his reinforcements, because he was pulling a lot of special forces infantry. Not a lot of line to back.
Yeah.
Not a lot of line infantry to back it up.
I don't think he has the meat. And sometimes in these jungle fights, you really do need the meat. Especially when you're running up against Eastern Bloc and they've got those deadly, deadly thermobaric MiGs.
Yeah, don't spend the special forces to die the death of a militiaman.
Looks like the helicopter's pulling back and sucking down whatever materials they can to rearm at the FOB. And there's another wave of Mi-25s coming to replace them.
Trusconici running down the hill, getting shot up by the T-72.
They're going to get hit by those T-72. And this hill's a bit of a risk because there just really isn't a lot of cover. So I would stick to the jungle personally, but it looks like he might just get away with it with at least one infantry squad.
We got Area 30 coming in to try to bully these helicopters again. Was he really, reaching here for something?
And the Iglobus is taking Igla shots.
And missing.
And here comes but the MiG-23 swatted out of the sky. Wait, no, it got away.
Yeah,
Never mind.
It got away. I was looking for the trail. I was like, where to go? It's all good. All right, let's see. Korshans are seeing a SPW-80. Ew. And there it goes. SPW-80 dead. Weapons jammed on the T-72 S1 by the Mi-25s. That's sad.
And it managed to turn the armor around just in time to not eat a side shot, but but there's more anti-tank missiles to come.
Patra 184 truck.
Using it as bait.
Yeah. More helicopters coming in over by Juliet.
Here comes the next wave. Looks like Kaker is about to secure Juliet and stabilize that point even further, get them bigger lead.
Yeah, Kager really flexes the whole point of that. The helicopters will continue until anti-air improves. Fuck.
And at this rate, I don't know how much more anti-air they have left to pull, because it looks like they were relying on pretty expensive and pretty low number assets here.
Yeah, I didn't see any Strelas or anything like that either.
Yeah, it looks like they were relying on the Nuwas and the Tunguskas, and those things are mostly dead now. And at this point, I think it would be wise for one of the blue team members to surrender to give the other some more stuff to play with.
Yeah.
But it looks like Z is about to rush another platoon of tanks up the hill on the right flank. Let's see if they can survive all the side shots coming to them. Oof. They're getting suppressed hard by that M1992 Spag. And that's going to give the infantry and tanks some valuable time to start getting into position to rip them apart.
Oh! Chomo 5 gets a hit.
And just deletes another tank.
Getting rear shots with the Chomo 5. That hurts.
And this is why you recon for your tank platoons, kids.
Just caught between a rock and a hard place. Those poor fucking tanks.
And that was like 1,000 points of tanks just deleted without really doing much.
They killed some squads of Pachangsu that are 10-point infantry.
That's quite worth it, right? And the Surya doesn't even get to take some vengeance because they all died too damn quick. Oh, and the Surya gets blotted from MiG-23s. Oof. You hate to see it. Oh.
Pram S is trying to shell out this Preskavnichi. Not a bad maneuver. Let's see what Gagernot can see. He's found the Nuwas. And I think he's using the sniper rifle. He's using the sniper rifle to kill the fucking Nuwa! Pew! 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 Veteran!
It'll take him 40 years, but he'll do it.
Damage is damage, sir. Fuck. But it does force them to relocate.
And that buys more space for those helicopters, so.
Yeah.
And at this point, blue team is running out of space in the left flank to retreat to. They've only got a field between their home base and those Preskamici at this point.
Looking back at the helicopter ball over here in the spawn of Delta. See.
Oh no!
A lot
keeps growing.
I see a couple supply helicopters, and like a platoon's worth of Mi-25. Let's see. More tanks are coming, and Comrade is dropped out of the fight.
Probably a bit overdue, but it's good to see that they're biting their pride and giving their teammates some more assets to play with.
Yeah, Z is just now throwing in all the weight he can into Juliet. He's got 6 Tunguskas that are stacked as high as possible. I'm guessing that's every Tunguska that he has.
He's just gonna use a death wave of Tunguskas, I guess.
With some BMP-1s. Okay.
Bold strategy. Let's see if it plays out.
Let's see how it plays out.
And no recon. Oh boy.
We also got some Wilks that are unsupported spawning in over by Hotel. And they're just gonna, I'm gonna guess, plop right into towards Echo.
I mean, if it didn't work the first 4 times, let's see if it'll work a 5th.
Oh boy. Well, I have to give credit. The parking space with the FAP, where the SPW50PU is in Echo is nice. Parked up on the backside of the mountain. That's pretty decent. Yeah.
I'm guessing he swam it across. That would be probably the fastest way to do that.
I'd hope so.
And now here comes the next tank company.
Let's see what Z can see. So, here's the thing. I love the Tunguska. It's a great anti-air weapon.
You don't stick in quad stacks. And you don't do that with no recon. That's just...
Well, the problem we're going to see here is about to unload onto it. They're all focusing on like one target.
Yeah, instead of spreading out their shots. And that means the other ones get their little rocket pods into place and start blowing them apart.
Yep.
And 4 of them are down already, and the other 2 are stunned and panicked.
Yeah, it would have been better off to just put them out in a wide wave and push.
And mind, there's still another like 5 or 6 attack helicopters sitting in the base that can just replace the ones they're downing right now.
And as you say that, another platoon is in flight to come and reinforce the position.
And I don't think that
Gats is also surrendered.
looks like Gaunt's is surrendered. Which means Kager's going to have even more helicopters coming in.
As we start seeing them coming in now.
And with only 2 surviving Tunguskas, I don't think there's enough firepower. Oh wait, never mind. No surviving Tunguskas. Those infantry are toast.
Oh. A rough fight.
And that's assuming they don't get burned to death.
Well, we do see some MiG-23 MLs flying in, and they're trying to deal some damage. We also have we have a MiG-29A coming in.
And look at Charlie. 5th time's the charm, right?
Oh boy, maybe.
They're firing on the Chon Maho now.
Let's take out the Chomaho.
And maybe they might break onto the plateau. All right, let's see. Oh, and then there's T-72s on the other side of the plateau. They're just sniping them down. Ugh, that's rough.
T-72Ms get a kill on those T-72Ss.
Good to see that they finally managed to break onto the plateau, but it cost them multiple companies of tanks.
And a couple thousand points.
Yeah.
I'm sure Z is thinking of ways he could have played better on that one. Now, looks like we have a lot of helicopters spawning in over by Juliet over here.
Oh boy. Here comes the death ball.
Just a couple helicopters, eh?
Do you think he's going to bother to drop off the infantry first? Do you think he's just going to rush them into the spawn?
Doesn't matter. Fuck.
Like, even if that's not the best placement of helicopters, there's just so many that the AA is going to run out of missiles.
Yeah, real. See how Kager's performing combat air patrol, MiG-23 MLs just flying over.
I guess he's just tired of his helicopters getting bullied.
I mean, that's what you do when you don't want your helicopters bullied.
Yep.
Speaking of helicopters getting bullied, the planes are flying over Charlie.
Oh, looks like the MiG-23. Ooh, and the Saria is down.
Kager's playing chase. He's getting his missiles off first. Dice now favors Kager immensely. Yep.
Let's see.
Clean sweep.
No. Damn. I think that Z is basically out of anti-air assets at this point.
But he's pushing Juliet. Z is pushing Juliet. And he kills the command. Elite.
Some small comforts on this tragic day.
Oh, well, that's a 501 point lead that Kager and Gods had.
With less than 12 minutes or less than 15 minutes to go, that's going to be a tough thing to break.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Looks like the helicopter death ball was just chilling on the ground.
No mortars shooting at them. No anti-air in sight. Why not bask in the sun all day if you're a helicopter? Fuck.
I mean, isn't one of the nicknames of the Hind the crocodile? I mean, they're sunning like crocodiles. Makes sense to me.
Series 30 did a gun run on a big Mi-25 and killed it, but it died doing so. Oh my gosh. What the hell is this?
Some T-72s trading shots.
Yeah,
looks like the blue T-72s are going to go unopposed to... oh, never mind. That Mi-35 is like, I'm out of here.
You know, it's almost kind of a shame. Z had a good run pushing all the assets that he did into Charlie, and none of the success in Juliet.
Yeah.
Mind you, the success that he had in Charlie was bittersweet, but he got it.
Looks like they're going to engage the Chunmaho 5CV. Stop the bleeding, at least.
Yep, they just got to get over here on the... Yep.
Snipe. And then they're going to get blown apart by that Hind.
Weapons jammed. Rough time. And there it goes. Alright, let's see. Pram S. Okay, 2 quad stacks of Pram S with a triple stack. Woo! and not a single anti-air nearby in sight.
Oof. Those helicopters are going to have a field day.
Oh, it's a turkey shoot.
At this point, I'm starting to think that maybe this is just a way of going out fighting.
And there it is. Z surrenders.
There's a surrender.
Kagger carried this match. Damn.
Absolutely. Lost a lot of assets, but did a lot of damage.
Not nearly as much as Z lost. Oh.
Yeah, woof. Kind of feel bad for Z there, because...
Yeah, there's a lot of expensive tanks just, you know, bleeding really bad.
Yeah, I mean, just goes to show you, if you want to push that plateau, you really need to have a game plan, because there's not a lot of clean approaches that are good for tanks there.
Yeah. So what do you think we can take away for some lessons on this match?
Let's see here. Don't send in single unsupported tanks. That's step one.
Step one, don't send in single unsupported tanks.
This is not Command and Conquer. Tanks are not invincible. The other thing is, this is more of a meta level deck building thing, but special forces aren't really good at holding the line. So to send all those special forces in the meat grinder, not so great.
Yeah, I would say, you know, in like if you're playing like normal war game where you have full decks, you know, then it's probably fine. You can afford to do that. It's not a problem. But in the micro deck format, you only have, you know, your 10 selectable cards plus your command, you know. So, you know, it's a lot more risque for that. So you actually have a finite number of cards you can take. You don't have, you know, so many cards and then you can just pull a spam card with it. You have something that's very finite. So you have to, you know, if you go with the route of having all these special forces, you have to use them for something. And if you're using them just to push the line and, you know, meat grind, they're just gonna die. They're going to die the blind man's death. What you use recon for, especially recon infantry, is spotting infantry or spotting targets to be hit by other assets like artillery or planes or something. And the assets were there,
Yeah.
but they were not used in that fashion.
No,
Um,
no.
so yeah,
And as for the other team, as for the red team, I mean, part of this was I think Kager did get pretty lucky, and that if there was just a little more timely response from anti-air, his helicopters would have been beaten up pretty effectively.
yeah. The
So
LSTR, if would have opened up pretty hard with that, it would have been hard for Kager to deal with it, especially if he would have brought supplies with them. Something that Comrade I think had an issue with in using the LSTR is that he did not support them with nearby supplies, and
yeah,
they need that. Like they only have 4 missiles. It might be enough to take out 1 helicopter, but you'll be lucky to kill 2 because
yeah,
you're just
yeah,
not
yeah,
going to deal
exactly.
that kind of damage unless you get like a couple crits. But like yeah, you're just not going to have a good time if you use LSTR in small pockets trying to take out little mishmashes of helicopters that might be more prevalent in certain 1v1 competitive games, but are nowhere near as prevalent in how do you say these macro deck games where you have a lot of points in units and where we encourage a lot of methodical approaches rather than just putting 1 or 2 units here or there. So it's like presence and force is kind of like a real thing. So it's different
Yeah,
kind of tactics to deal with.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, I guess, yeah. And the other point there is that Kager did still bunch up his helicopters, which we don't like to see because you bunch them up, they do get beaten up. And if the anti-air had been a little stronger, Kager would have been struggle busing. And
Yeah.
as you can see, 5,100 points of losses is no joke there.
No,
So I
but
mean,
he still got a
not like,
positive. He still got a positive KD on the end though, and I think he
yeah, I
did have
mean,
some points where he did space out his helicopters, but at a certain
yeah,
point
yeah,
he started slacking, and I guess I can understand. He had a lot of helicopters, so he felt like he could,
yeah, yeah.
but it's still not good practice.
I mean, this is one of those things where it's easy for us to say it when we're sitting here reviewing the footage,
Yeah,
but you've definitely done these sorts of things when you're playing it in the moment of it, and I know I have.
yeah,
So I mean, these are just us narrating possible ways it could have gone better. And I just wanted to point out that the Reds game wasn't perfect. It's just that the blue team suffered from a lot more miscalculations and, quite frankly, bad luck sometimes.
yeah. But there's only so much you can say for bad luck as to just not having enough recon, And
Yeah,
I feel like that seeing that helicopter force could have been easier if they had some sort of helicopter-borne recon to see it. Um,
yeah, yeah.
they had the airplanes. They did. It's not that they didn't try to shoot things, but against an airborne player, I understand if they have some reservations about going too hard in the air. You know.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things airborne could be, and it could just be I'm bringing jets to dumpster dive everything you've got, or it could be I'm bringing helicopters, and you don't know what you get until you start playing.
And that's the importance of recon to know what you're getting.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that kind of sums up. Some of the lessons that we could learn from that match is to have a little more recon, try to space out a few more helicopters, even if we get too comfortable with having a lot.
Support your damn tanks.
Yeah, use your heavy tanks to push, to support your pushes with your cheaper tanks or like cheaper assets. Your BMPs should be going out in front if you're going into territory you don't know. So that way, when one of them dies, the T-72s can return fire. Having some recon
Yeah.
with behind or with the T-72s. Not pushing your expensive, especially your heavy tanks, into close quarters points with suspected infantry positions with riflemen. Like, even the Pachangsu with their 14 AP RPG were able to exploit the rear and side armor of those tanks because they got too close. And that's just
Yeah.
really difficult. Sure, the Pachangsu is a hilariously cheap infantry and is mostly scoffed at because it doesn't have a lot of AP power, but that scoffing ends when you start exposing your side armor to it.
Yeah, I mean, even the best super heavy is much more vulnerable on the flanks. And now, like you said, people scoff at the Pachongsu, but you throw enough shit at the wall, something's bound to stick.
Yeah, precisely. All right. Well then, I think that's all we really take away from tonight's lesson tonight. And yeah. All right. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in for the next round. Have a good night.